you watch the Errol Spence Porter fight? You had to, obviously.
Watch the Errol Spence Porter fight.
I saw a little preview for it as well. Was you shocked?
I wasn't shocked. No, I wouldn't say I was shocked. I was a bit surprised because, like everybody else, I did think Errol Spence would win.
Which he did.
He did win.
Yeah.
I didn't think it would be... I mean, I knew what Porter could do.
Yeah.
Like, I knew that Porter would bring it. A lot of people were underestimating Porter. Like, people on my page, for example, were saying that...
Page, the boxing lowdown.
Thank you, yeah, plug that. They were saying that, you know, Porter going to get knocked out in 8 rounds, and I was like, are you sure?
Disrespect.
Like, yeah, I was like, I know you don't like watching him, but the guy, no, he can fight.
Yeah.
Anybody that goes in the ring with Shawn Porter...
It's the toughest night ever, yeah. It's the toughest night.
So... I thought it was very close going up into the 10th, 11th round. I was like, I'm a big fan of Errol Spence.
And someone even saying to me, like, did his glove actually touch the floor? I've not seen it in slow-mo, but some people saying did it, or did he like kind of balance? I don't know.
Porter didn't complain.
Porter didn't complain, did he?
Complain.
He needed that rest, boy.
Yeah.
He wanted those 10 seconds
Absolutely.
rest. Yeah.
Going into the 10th, 11th, it was close, man. I was like texting people throughout, and Porter I don't know if he was winning. I wasn't keeping a running score.
Yeah, it was tough to score. Like, how many of the punches were actually landing, and some were on the gloves. It was a tough fight to score. I had Spence winning it by a couple of rounds, but I still think has that damaged Spence's reputation. But Spence was this boogeyman.
Yeah,
he's not the boogeyman anymore.
Not anymore.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, he's still number one. Probably we'll talk about that with him and Crawford.
Yeah.
But he's no boogeyman at all.
I wouldn't say so now, especially now he's got the belts.
Yeah.
I did believe he was on the come up before he beat Brook for the IBF title. I did think that, you know, Danny Garcia, Keith Thurman from their interviews would say, you know, Spencer's got to do this, we don't want to fight now. Yeah. And I was like, oh, these guys really don't want to fight.
Yeah.
But then now he's got the belts, you know, he did say he'd turn it around, he's turned it around. But Crawford, man, that's what I want to see. That is the fight that I want to see, bro.
PBC are disgusting.
They're
actually making me feel sick.
Absolutely.
Honestly, I'm, and you know, to be honest, Spence as well annoyed me a little bit because I think you're in the ring, you've got the opportunity. Everyone thinks you're either number 1 or number 2 because of Crawford.
Yeah.
Call him out in the ring. Yeah. It's almost like PBC have said you could not mention him. Don't mention him. He doesn't exist. And I just don't ever see how that fight happens. If I'm honest with you, I don't see. I don't think it's a big enough money fight in terms of it's not £1 million pay-per-view or whatever.
No.
And obviously PBC Top Rank. I just don't see how it happens.
And that's the problem with boxing right there.
I
mean, I can't think of a better actual fight than those two going in the ring together.
Yeah.
Not in terms of like what's going to make the most money.
Yeah.
Just actual fight between two young.
That feeling in your belly as well when you have no idea who's going to win. You're just like, get the popcorn, let's go. Yeah.
Absolutely. And it's not.
Who do you think wins?
Wow, man.
I've gone back and forth. Yeah. I've always been Crawford, but then again, people will say, okay, who's Crawford beat at 147? And I'm like,
true.
No one really.
Yeah.
I mean, we haven't seen him against even a Porter who's like world level, but not elite world level. We haven't seen him against anyone.
No, not a 147 anyway.
But you just think skill for skill.
Skill for skill, I've got to go Crawford.
Yeah.
But Spencer's skilled himself.
Spencer's skilled, but I'm shocked he couldn't make the adjustments.
No.
As skilled as he is, we knew, like you said earlier, you knew what Porter was going to bring.
Yeah.
Spence knew what Porter was going to bring. The whole world knew what Porter was going to bring. And Spence couldn't do anything about it.
I think he was so caught up in ego for that fight, saying he wanted to knock him out and saying that he was going to be the guy to knock him out. And because he didn't do it, maybe he might have been disappointed with that, but I think he should be just happy to...
I think he's happy to get that W and move on and fight Danny Garcia, get that W, and then obviously your resume starts getting thick and thick and thick.
Yeah, I think I'd lean towards Crawford, but I can understand why people think Spence, because going nearer to the fight, I could change my mind and think Errol would win. But if you to ask me today on the spot right now, I'd say Terence Crawford. Yeah,
I think if people say it's skill-wise Terence Crawford, size, strength and all that other kind of stuff, which counts for a lot. I think some people overplay that, if I'm honest with you.
Yeah.
Obviously, is Errol Spence.
Crawford's not really... He's not that small a guy,
Crawford's now built into the 147 as well. If it was Crawford's first fight at 147, fair dues. He's had 3 fights at 147 now. So he's now a natural 147.
Yeah.
A guy that probably walks around at 170.
Probably.
Has to come down.
I'm sure you've seen that video of them two when they, met up backstage.
They will replay that. If they ever fight, they will replay that video 1,000 times. That was the most perfect promo for a fight ever.
Absolutely, yeah.
That's what Crawford is. And I think Top Rank don't show Crawford's side like that. We don't even see Crawford do interviews like that.
I think Top Rank have done a poor effort with promoting Terence Crawford.
It's just disgusting.
Yeah.
It's disgusting. He must feel sick that he signed the contract.
But why did he?
As well.
Why did he sign that? Why did he renew?
Well, I don't know.
Because the argument on Spence's side and everybody else over there is, you knew that everybody's over here, so why are you, going signing another contract over there? All that crossing the street nonsense,
Yeah, stupid.
It's silly, but
I wonder if Bob Arum promised things he couldn't deliver. Like Bob Arum promised we'll get them over. I don't know.
Maybe
Thinking that he will become, and this is Crawford we're talking about, the pay-per-view star, so they have to come and fight you.
If they were to fight on pay-per-view now, what would you say? Spence would have to be the A-side, wouldn't he?
Yeah. They're saying that Spence Porter done 300,000, Spence Garcia done 350, Crawford Khan done 120.
It's terrible promotion. Like when you look at it, Amir Khan is still a big name.
Yeah, you can still push it a little bit. You can sell him on the Canelo fight that he was doing war up until he got knocked down.
Yeah.
They just don't promote. Bob Arum, unfortunately, I guess he's the face, there's people behind the scenes. But Bob Arum is just too old school in that way. Same as Frank Warren.
Yeah.
I mean, Eddie Hearn knows what to do. Oscar kind of knows what to do. The other oldies, unfortunately, just don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, which is a shame.